what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Lions franchise here on Madden 22, using that PS5, of course, and we got a potentially big early season game for us. We've got to get on to a better start to the season. We are taking on the Miami Dolphins at home. They are currently 1-2, so they have the same record that we do. Although that being said, though, this is also a team that looks a little bit better on paper. They got an 80 overall offense, 84 defense. We're a little bit lesser than that. 79 offense, 77 defense. And remember, we have -5 play rec from, the fact that we were not able to beat the Packers. So we took a little penalty for that. It's going to be a little bit of a tough sledding for us. But before we get into the game action, we got another press talk conference talking about what's going on. And listen, I'm not going to blame it on Justin Becker. It's a team effort as a whole. I'm going to go ahead and say, this is a team game. We're going to win as a team, we're going to lose as a team. Now we got to grab the shovels, we got to beat the Dolphins. That's our game day goal. So this is, it's already a big game for us. We got to continue to make sure that stays the case, as we're trying to go ahead once again, trying to get TJ Hawkinson to sign with us once again. I'm going to bump it up here, see if he ends up taking this deal. I hope he does, because TJ Hawkinson is an important part of our offense, and he does end up signing. So we got him for the next 4 years. A little bit more expensive than I wanted it to be, but at the very least, though, he is somebody that I am so excited to have on our football team. He does make us better at that tight end position. But with that being said, we do found out what's going on with Tyrell Williams. He was supposed to come back, but he actually suffers a quad injury in practice, unfortunately. So that's a really tough go for us. We will be without our #1 wide receiver once again, and that does mean that we will end up we have Donnie Watson as our #1 receiver. So he's going to have to really need to step up. He needs to get some things done for us moving forward so that we can go ahead and win this game. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into a play against these Miami Dolphins, man. If you're ever excited for this video, excited for this gameplay, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button for me. Also, hit subscribe if you have to be brand new. Not only do I have Madden content, but also NCAA Maximum Football that you guys might enjoy as well, for those of you that are new to the channel. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see if we can get ourselves back on track against the Miami Dolphins. Let's get it. So the Miami Dolphins will go ahead and get the football first. So they'll trot out to Tagovailoa for the first snap of the game, throwing it short over the middle. We had somebody wide but naked open in our zone, and it results in a gain of 17 yards to Devontae Parker. So not exactly how we wanted to start this game off, but we got to try to recover here, as Tua will throw to the right-hand side. Almost managed to get that interception, but we will take the pass deflection anyways, and we will get him to a 3rd and 8. Tua in the shotgun, gonna go ahead and try to throw this thing. He's looking, trying to get it over the middle, does manage to find his receiver. Looks like Will Fuller, the 5th, making that catch, but that is going to result in a punt. So a nice first drive for us here early, and we got a nice test here for Justin Becker, as we have 2 X-Factor corners that we're going to have to deal with on this Miami Dolphins defense. So it's really important that we go ahead and get that ground game going, and we need runs like that from DeAndre Swift if we want to win this game, go and get back to 500. We're 1-2 right now. As Becker, he's going to go ahead and slide down, and he picks up a gain of 15. Nobody was really open downfield, but we'll take that. As we got a nice little drive going right now. We'll see if we can keep it going, as we'll hand off again to DeAndre Swift. He runs it up the gut, and another solid gain there. 3rd and 5. But we will ask for Justin Becker to make a play for us. Becker trying to throw over the middle, but it's nearly intercepted. We do pin him deep, But we will not come away with any points on this drive, though, as we do pin them deep. But Mike Gillespie, he's going to actually go ahead and squeak out. He was blocking, but then got out there and make a good catch on the football. And speaking of good catches, there's not one right there. That actually ends up being dropped. And that's going to end up being a 2nd and long. As now Tua in the shotgun. He's looking around. We got a late blitzer, though. And it's Nick Edwards, the 2nd round pick out of Arizona State, that blew up that play like a Christmas tree. And it leads to a 3rd and long. Tua forced the pass here. We're going to try to get to this quarterback. We collapse the pocket. And Tim Walker almost was able to get to that football. But unfortunately for us, though, we will end up going 3 and out on our next possession. So we give the football right back to the Miami Dolphins, and already having more success on this drive, as well as Sony Michel finally getting his first big run today. Will Harris will at least bring him down. Is now 1st and 10. It's another run for Sony Michel, who takes it up the gut. Does run into a gang of Lion defenders, but still manages to pick up 6 yards there, though. As now 2nd and 4. Quick throw out to the right-hand side. Gonna get it out quickly out to Devontae Parker, as that does end up wrapping up the first quarter of play. And we're still looking for a first score, all knotted at 0. So let's go ahead and get the second quarter now officially underway. And the defense has been playing really solid right now. You know, we're giving up some plays, but when it counts, we are making the plays that we need to make. So let's see if we can continue that here as we got 2nd and 10. Tua throwing over the middle once again. This time, finding looks like it could be his fullback. That might be the fullback or a backup tight end. Either way, that is a 1st down for the Dolphins. And also the very first time this game that they are in the red zone, as they will go back to the tight end. Mike Gillespie going ahead, making that little 5-yard catch. As they'll run this time, get it to Sony Michel. And we get stiffed arm into next century. But at the very least, though, we had another defender ready to make the tackle. A touchdown-saving score, might I add, as Tua ends up getting sacked on the very next play. Michael Brockers gets in there and finishes the job. He's rewarded half a sack, as it's 3rd and long now. Tua looking around, trying to find something to get open. Has to go ahead and throw that football away. But great pressure on the quarterback to end that drive. And it was a lengthy drive for the Miami Dolphins, that's for sure. But that being said, we'll at least make them settle for a field goal. So we're only down 3-0. But let's see if we can get our offense going here. We haven't crossed midfield yet, as we'll try to throw over the middle, looking for DeAndre Swift, but that's just off the mark. It just goes to show that we're still kind of getting used to the game a little bit. Still have some growing to do, not only as a team, but as a user player. As Becker looking around, trying to throw to the right-hand side, was looking for Donnie Watson. It is going to fall incomplete, but we have looks like a roughing the passer against Von Miller. He signed with the Dolphins, coming over from the Denver Broncos. It's an automatic 1st down for us. We try to throw downfield, get it to DeAndre Swift, who drops the football, though. That would have been a huge gain. And instead, it's going to be 3rd and 9. Going trying to sell the play action here. Becker throwing over the middle, finds TJ Hawkinson. And TJ Hawkinson will actually hang on and make that catch. And it's the very first time all day long that we are in Miami Dolphins territory. We'll see if we can make the most of it, as we'll throw again. 1st and 10. Trying to get it out to the right-hand side. Looking for Quintez Chavez. But it's going to be broken up by Xavier Howard. And it leads to a 3rd and 10. Becker dropping back. Looking around. Trying to get it over the middle to TJ Hawkinson. And he will actually go ahead and fight forward for the 1st down. And so a fresh set of downs for us to work with here. Now on the 31 is Becker. Dropping back, looking. Gonna get it out to Quintez Chavez. He does hang on and make the catch. And it's gonna be a gain of 7, closing in on the red zone. But now, 3rd and inches coming up here, looking for Jamal Williams to go ahead. Continue to drive for us. We go up the middle of the field, and look at this run by Jamal Williams. Huge run for us right there, and it's a 1st and goal for the Lions. Only 9 yards away from punching it in the end zone. As Becker dropping back, trying to get it out. Was looking for Quintez Chavez, but that's incomplete. It's now 2nd and goal now. Wait a minute, got an RPO going. Can Chavez get into the end zone? No, he cannot. But he's extremely close, though. Nice job by Justin Becker to salve a run. As we look to punch it in the end zone with DeAndre Swift. We go with him here, but Miami stuffs us on 3rd and goal. And to save face, we will go ahead and take the points here. That way we can at least tie the game. Almost got into that end zone right there, but we will at least tie this ball game up with less than 2 minutes to play in the first half. So now we'll see if the Dolphins can respond here. We'll see how they handle this 2-minute drill as Tua will drop back. First play, and it's a halfback screen. The Sony Michel, he stays in bounds though. And they are going to go ahead and trying to run a little bit of a no huddle. They aren't calling their timeouts just yet. And they do get it out to their receiver. That is going to be good for a 1st down. And now they're deep in it with the no huddle offense as Tua looking downfield. He's got a man and finds his receiver. Will Harris has to come in there with the game-saving tackle though. And now the Miami Dolphins will go ahead and take a timeout. But what a big lapse that we had there on defense. Is now 1st and goal following the huge play. Tua throwing into the end zone. And it's going to be a touchdown. Will Fuller getting the first touchdown of the day. And that's how this first half's going to end. We're going to be down 10-3 going into the locker room. We will at least get the ball to start the second half. But while we are going ahead and waiting for the second half to get started, we'll at least take a look around the league just to see what's happening. And look at this, the Washington football team, led by Story, is going to take a 20-7 lead into halftime against the Green Bay Packers. Packers currently leading the NFC North at 2-1. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Cam Newton is actually the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos. It's been a slow start, but a big lead against the New York Jets there. And then finally a divisional matchup in the NFC North. And this one actually finishes out. Justin Fields gets his 2nd win of the season against the Vikings. So that does go ahead and get this second half underway now. And while we did get the ball to start the second half, we do end up going 3 and out on our first possession. And right now, just not showing too terribly much sharpness as Nick Edwards did get sucked in there on that play action. Tua almost getting there. We almost had the interception. And it's going to be taken the other way. Will Fuller going to get into the end zone for the Dolphins. But check out just how close this was to being a pick 6. Look at this replay from Madden. It goes right through our guy's hands, it looks like. So a 10-point swing there, potentially, just from playing with the Madden gods a little bit too much. And at this point, just feeling a little bit frustrated, a little bit flustered. Kind of trying to force things that aren't necessarily there. Becker hasn't turned the football over yet, but that being said, not really getting much favor from his receivers. He will get chased from behind. But Becker will still go ahead and pick up that first down at the very least. Able to get that going. As now, 1st and 10 coming up here. Going to try to set up the halfback screen potentially. No, it's not. Becker looking to his left. Trying to find somebody to get even more open downfield. But will settle on Donnie Watson, the custom recruit. out of Arizona State. His first catch of the day finally. Goes for 23 yards. But can we pick up another first down, though? We have 3rd and long coming up for us. As we'll drop back, we face the blitz right away, and we had to get rid of it. We couldn't escape the pocket, unfortunately. And it's going to lead to an interception by Rodney Harrison Jr. And there's not really much that Becker could have done. All of his receivers were covered. He couldn't escape the pocket. Just kind of like an arm punt there for Justin Becker. His first turnover of the day. And we will need our defense to come through and get a stop for us here, man, before this game gets out of control. But we're just having a tough time with their receivers today. We still have some work that needs to be done in the secondary. That's for sure. As now, here we go. 1st and 10 again. Gonna actually run it, and he has a wide butt-naked hole to run right through. Sony Michel with probably the biggest holes in his NFL career right now. And it gets them into Lions territory as he'll try to throw again on 2nd and 7. Looking for his tight end, but incomplete. So it leads to a 3rd and long coming up here. Tua in the shotgun, 2 wide set. Got a tight end and a running back. As Tua thought about throwing the football, but runs into Trey Flowers, though. He comes in there, makes the tackle. And here we go. They pin us deep here once again. We'll see if Justin Becker can work ourselves out of it. We have a man open downfield. It's Quintez Chavez, who does get caught up pretty quickly. But our biggest play of the entire day. We need some touchdowns, though. Is now. We'll hand it off to DeAndre Swift. He gets a nice hole to work with. Almost manages to go ahead and pick up the first down on the ground as well. First tackle for Harrison Jr. as well. As we'll try to run it again. 3rd and 2 coming up here. No, it's actually a pass play. Becker, he loses the football, though. It's a scramble. And DeAndre Swift at least gets his hands on the football. At least we got that going for us. But it's just one of those games. We have just had a really difficult time getting our offense going. Defense has been playing pretty solid overall. Tua, he looks downfield. He's going to go ahead. He's going to dump it off to the tight end. He nearly gets the first down there. Is now 2nd and 3 coming up. Tua dropping back again, trying to get it to his tight end, and it's yet another catch for him. We even had Will Harris in the neighborhood. And that does mean the end of 3rd quarter is upon us. We need a big comeback to win this game. So let's go, baby. 4th quarter now underway. It hasn't been too great for us, unfortunately, but we can always turn things around here in the 4th quarter as Tua, first play, gets lit up by Aleem McNeil. 2nd time hitting his quarterback. He has 1.5 sacks in this one, and it sets up a 3rd and long. Tua dropping back. He's looking around. Going to throw it short, but it's going to be well short on that first down marker. The defense does its job. We'll see if the offense can go ahead and do the exact same thing. Get the job done. We got a long way to go, though. 95 yards to drive downfield, and we're having a hard time even hitting shorter passes. Justin Becker definitely a little bit rattled right now, so we'll get it off to Quintez Chavez. Get some of those shorter throws going for a gain of 6. Is now Becker in the shotgun. Need this 3rd down in the worst way. He's looking around, trying to find time. He's going to get it out to Brashard Perriman. And it will at least result in a first down for us. But we will go into our no huddle. We need to score as quick as possible. Make sure we don't have to use any of our timeouts as we try to throw to the right-hand side. Looking for Hawkinson. It is going to be incomplete. So that will lead to a 2nd and 10 as Becker will drop back again. Going to throw it short once more to Brashard Perriman, who does get meet up by a couple of Dolphin defenders. And it takes us to yet another 3rd and short. Becker dropping back, trying to get it out to Hawkinson. He was his, he's thrown, so that does mean that he had to come back and get that football. But that being said, though, We have to go for it here on 4th down. We really are starting to run out of options as Donnie Watson keeps the drive alive for us. What a catch for him, as it gets us into a no-huddle once again. Left-hand side, Donnie Watson, he's going to go ahead and at least run out of bounds. But a 3rd down coming up for us, though, as we'll try to pass it here. They send the pressure, but Becker, he's going to try to go for it, and look what happens here, man. You cannot be serious. I go to slide, and it has me jump? Are you kidding me right now? I swear to you guys, I was trying to slide there. I was double tapping the dive button so that I can actually get that slide, and it gives me that animation instead. Not to mention, we're missing tackles, and it's just really not our day right now. 4 minutes left to play here. It's still 17-3 right now. It's now 3:30 left to play here. Need to get this stop on 3rd down as Tua drops back. He's looking, trying to go over the middle. He has a wide open receiver, but thankfully he misses, though. That was going to be an easy touchdown. Just couldn't put it on the money, though. So instead, the Dolphins do go ahead and settle for another field goal. We at least keep them out of the end zone, but it is going to end up being yet another score for them, and that makes it a 3-possession game. So now we have to attack the end zone as much as humanly possible. We need some big plays downfield. We simply have not had that happen this entire day today. As now, Becker in the shotgun, getting ready to go ahead and do some work as he'll drop back here. 1st and 10, look at the right-hand side. And how is that intercepted? How, Sway? How? I couldn't even get a replay. That's the crazy part. I could not even get a replay. Like, I really tried to, and it didn't happen for me. But, like, and I know it was a little bit late, too. Don't get me wrong. As we'll go ahead, trying to do, and we'll get same thing. As we keep hurdling, I don't want to hurdle. I'm clicking slide, Madden. What are we doing right now? Like, it's been a tough day, and it's not like we did ourselves any favors or anything like that, but what's happening to us here, just from the game itself, it's certainly not helping our cause right now. So we try to roll out, but there's just nobody's there, nobody's open. I like how Becker's trying to keep fighting, but you just got to throw it away. You got to give up on a play sometimes. As now, 2nd and 18, they will continue to send the blitz as we still cannot get guys open in time. It's going to end up being yet another sack for us here. So we're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 31. Might as well try to at least pick up a few yards downfield. I don't know if we're going to be able to pick up all of this. We go to Watson! But that's going to be incomplete as well. But look, we're down by 17. We're probably not going to win this game at this point. We have to at least try to heave it deep, try to get a little bit of luck on our side, and it's going to be intercepted again. A 3rd interception for Justin Becker in a desperation attempt to get ourselves on the board, but it's just not meant to be, man. We're going to end up losing to the Miami Dolphins by a score of 20-3. It just hurts, man. It's not like we did ourselves any favor on offense or anything like that, but it definitely seemed like we got screwed by Madden just a little bit here today, as Tua ends up beating us in the duel easily between his two quarterbacks. So let me go ahead and say something right now. I usually don't openly bash a game, right? But man, this game was certainly... You could see why there's some people out there that certainly don't like Madden. We didn't play that great on offense to begin with, but man, we certainly had some things go against our way. Madden was being Madden here in a nutshell. But let me get out of that rant before I go too long, though. Justin Becker had a tough day, man. 3 interceptions, 15 for 32, 176 yards. 2 of them were bad decisions. One of them was definitely one of those plays that I was talking about earlier. Brashard Perriman had them inside leverage, but somehow Xavier Howard was magically able to get across. We couldn't run the football either. DeAndre Swift only had 25 yards on the ground. Justin Becker was our leading rusher with 57 yards, but also fumbled the football twice. Granted, I was pressing slide, and it had me do a freaking jump hurdle. I don't know what we were doing, man, but I'm surprised Justin Becker only fumbled the football twice, to be honest with you. We could have had more fumbles with him. Then for the receivers, you know, the receivers couldn't do much of anything. They had 2 X-Factor corners. It was rough trying to pass the football. We couldn't get the ground game going either. Quintez Chavez had the most catches, 5 catches for 57 yards. Donnie Watson had the most yards, 62 yards off 4 catches, but really nobody had a good day today. Defensively, honestly, the defense, besides like 1 or 2 plays, actually played pretty lights out. I'm not going to lie. They played really well today. Will Harris had 9 total tackles on the day. Tracy Walker had 6. Again, it was one of those things. We got blown up a few times. We need more from our front 7. Just straight up and down. Jelani Tavai had 5 tackles. Nick Edwards, our rookie out of San Diego State, he had 5 tackles and a TFL as well. We did get to the quarterback quite a few times, though. That's one thing that I do like to see. We ended up with 5 sacks on the day. Ali McNeil led the team with 1.5 sacks, but we also got help from guys like Deshaun Hand, Trey Flowers, Nick Edwards had a sack too, and then Michael Brockers came in with half a sack. We didn't force any turnovers. I thought we were going to have a turnover or 2, but that just didn't happen today. It does not happen for us, but if it was the computer with a couple of the defensive plays, they would have gotten those turnovers, but whatever, man. It's fine. I see how it is, man. We just have to play better and put ourselves in a position where we can't hope that the game will be fair to us, but yeah, this is a tough one to take in because it's not like Miami dominated on offense. They only scored 20 points. We just got to be better on offense, period. So one silver lining that we do at least get is that Justin Becker does at least get himself a upgrade to work with. He's down to a 74 overall because of how he was not out here. You know, he wasn't playing well. You know, we've been a little down bad. We're going to put a little bit more in the strong arm. He's going to get +2 to throw accuracy, which is nice, you know, for the middle of the field, but man, we're down bad right now, man. I'm not going to lie. That was a tough one to deal with. And look at this. We have to go into the locker room once again. No need to say anything about the game. If it is a win, I don't really feel like talking about it. On to the next one. So at least I like how Justin Becker's handling it. Justin Becker has had a good season up to this point. You know, and it's okay to be mad. Be up straight. I'm certainly mad and frustrated, particularly with Madden itself, but it seems like Justin Becker's handling it well. We just gotta move on to the next one, man. So next episode, what we really need to go ahead and do is pull ourselves by the bootstraps. We gotta get ourselves back together, man. We have a divisional game, our second divisional game of the season. We're taking on the Minnesota Vikings. They're similar overall. They have the same overalls we have. We gotta take care of business. We need this win in the worst way, and hopefully we get the job done. In the meantime, though, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you smash this like button. Hit subscribe if you have to be brand new as well. Hopefully we play a little bit better than what we did today, but in the meantime, I hope you guys are all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.